Oh, this is so stupid. Oh, hey. Didn't see you down there. You're looking extra tiny today. How convenient, because in this video, I'm going to be doing a tiny art challenge. But there's a catch. There isn't actually a catch. I just thought it sounded like more interesting if there was a catch. I didn't really think that through. I'm just drawing something small, okay? Why am I still here? No Copics in this artwork. Push them aside. Rejected. Copic Multiliners. Stick-it notes is what I'm gonna be using in this video. So stick that up your Before I start the artwork, I'm just doing some tests. I want to make sure that the pens work well on the stick-it notes. I haven't used this type of paper before, so I want to make sure they're compatible before I sketch it all up and waste all my time. Luckily, I've got a bunch of different Copic multiliners and they work pretty well. I tried out some different ones like the brush pen, but it just isn't the best for a really detailed artwork. As you can kind of see, it does big strokes. That's not what I want for this artwork, but it's a really cool pen and I use it for some different artworks that you've seen, and I want to use it more in the future as well. So I figured out the Copic multiliners do work, so it's time to start sketching. So for this challenge, I wanted to take a movie poster design and shrink it down into a tiny little artwork on a post-it note. The whole idea was movie posters are generally designed to be quite big, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and then my challenge was to convert that onto a really small canvas. Can you guess which movie poster I chose? And if you can't tell yet, I chose to recreate the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone movie poster. The original movie, or as some of you guys in the States might call it, the Sorcerer's Stone. What's up with that? But anyway, I thought it'd be a lot of fun. I loved the Harry Potter series growing up. I was at the perfect age, so I thought it'd be fun to create some more Harry Potter fan art. At the moment, I'm just sketching everything up, trying to get the proportions and all the things in the right place. I struggled a bit with this because the scale's a bit changed. The poster is more of a rectangle, I guess, and the post-it note I'm working on is a square, so it kind of cramps everything up a little bit differently. So I tried to kind of translate that as best as I could into a square format, but it meant I had to kind of erase things and go back in with the pencil and sketch it up to try and correct it as much as I could. But it's still a little bit different, but that was kind of to be expected. At this stage, I didn't put too much detail into the sketch. That was all going to come with the Copic multiliners, but as long as the vague details were in there and the sizing was all correct, I would go ahead with my Copic multiliner. I'm jumping in with my trusty 0.03 Copic multiliner. It's my go-to for all fine details. I really love these pens, especially the SP version, which is what I'm using here. They've got like a steel casing and they just feel a bit heavier, a bit more quality to them. I prefer them over the plastic ones you can get, so I definitely recommend them. I apologize if you don't really get the best angles of this artwork. It was something I kind of realized as I went along with this challenge, that it's kind of impractical. Drawing at such a small scale, it's hard for the camera to pick it up easily without it being ridiculously close to the paper, and my hand was kind of just getting in the way, so not a very practical challenge, but it was fun regardless and really time consuming. Who would think a couple of inches of artwork would take this long? Hopefully in some of these camera angles, you can get an idea of how small the artwork actually is. Some of the faces were so small, it was a bit of a nightmare to shade them in, and I was worried that if I pushed a bit too hard, I'd just ruin the whole face. I used a lot of dot shading or steepling, whatever you want to call it, to try and sneakily get some detail in there, which is kind of an easy way to do really fine details because you don't need to worry about pen movements too much. You're just lightly dotting it onto the paper. A time-consuming technique, but a lot of fun. If you enjoy things like wrist pain and carpal tunnel, it's highly recommended by me. I'd give it a thumbs up, but my wrist is still too sore to move. I actually did this drawing last year when the new Fantastic Beasts movie had just come out. I don't know why I didn't post this earlier. I just never really got around to it, and I've been quite sick lately, so I haven't really been drawing as much as I'd like to. I've just been taking it easy, so I found the old footage of this and thought I'd try my best to commentate over it. But I'm really struggling because my voice sounds terrible, but hey, you're getting this amazing video, so you can't complain too much. Oh my god. Anyway, let's get back on track. I'm just moving around the artwork and just filling in details as I go, refining it, putting in the little fine details to try and make them look like the characters they're meant to be, instead of these little weird dwarfy gremlin creatures. You know, Hagrid looks a little bit weird, but I mean that's pretty accurate. And Ron looks like a ventriloquist doll that could feature in the next Annabelle movie. Looking back at the characters now, they look like the home brand version of what they're meant to. Like it's kind of similar, but you can tell there's something a little bit off about them. I think we've got Ronaldo Wensley and Hagrigus and Mumbledore. Like, you know when you go to a market and they're selling fake Rolexes or Beats headphones, and you think it's not convincing anyone, but they must be selling some, otherwise why would they keep making them? That's what this artwork feels like. Either that, or it looks like each of these characters got dropped on their head at birth, and never turned out the same. Am I just roasting my own artwork now? What's happened to my self-esteem? It's gone. I couldn't resist to not whip out my white gel pen, add some highlights, which work really well on the yellow background of the stick-it note. So I'm going in, adding highlights to the moon, all the characters as well, make them pop a little bit more. Trying not to go overboard, like I sometimes do. Keep it tasteful, keep it minimal, but make it effective. There's not too much more to say about this drawing, I'm just finishing it off. So while I go ahead and do that, I thought I'd let you guys know about my Instagram. A bunch of you guys are already following me there, but I'm kind of trying to do some new stuff over there. So I want to start posting more Instagram stories. That's something I never did until like last week when I first started trying it out. And I want to give a bit more of a behind the scenes look at the process of creating the artworks that I do. So if you guys are interested in that and just getting to know me a little bit more, maybe check it out. I'll be posting some cool stuff there. I want to post some like polls and even drawing some of your characters like OCs, and then I'll recreate it and put a bit of my own spin on it. I've done that once before and I want to do that a little bit more moving forward. I think that'd be a fun series to have on my channel to try and give back to some of my followers who support me. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I want to have a bit more interaction over there. So definitely go check me out on Instagram. It's just about time to wrap this up. Do you reckon I passed the challenge? I hope I did, because I never want to draw this tiny again. Although I say that, but part of me thinks it'd be really awesome to do a big artwork, but with this much detail, just cramming in heaps of little characters and all these fine details in it. It'd look really cool, but it would take so long, I'm kind of scared to even attempt anything like that. But maybe one day, if I'm feeling mentally unstable and I feel like throwing away hundreds of hours of my life into an artwork, it could happen. Thank you for watching the video and supporting my channel. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more content, and I will catch you guys in the next drawing video. Hopefully my voice will be back to normal next week, and I won't sound like I've just been living on a diet that consists only of throat lozenges and my own snot. I'll see you then.